All right, and here it is, the box for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection Red Power Sword. This thing looks really, really good. First of all, a few things. So, spoiler alert, the blade does light up, and it's going to have a few sounds as well. I really like the artwork on this box. I mean, it's so much more. There's just more going on than there was in previous iterations of the Lightning Collection box art for different products. I never had a problem with it. I thought it looked good. I liked it. But this is just cool looking. So let's go ahead and do like we always do. Let's take a look at the box. So first we have right here, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Power Sword. And then we have an image of the sword right here, image of the Red Ranger just looking all kinds of epic because he is. And then if we turn it over to the top, we just have some color there, nothing really fancy going on. And then if we turn it over to the back side, we get a little bit of detail on what this thing can do. So it does come with a display stand, which I'm super happy about. It shows what it looks like on display, and then right here it shows the total length. It is 39 inches end to end, which makes it shorter than the Legacy Edition Power Sword, which was 43 inches end to end. So right here, iconic sound effects, and then it says in a few different languages. Display stand, and again a few different languages. Motion reactive, so that's kind of like the Hasbro and the FX lightsabers for the Star Wars saga. Those are all motion sensitive, so they do a little ting-ting when you swing them around. And then right here, touch activated, progressive light effects. So it looks like to activate this light, you would run your hand across the blade like that. So that's going to be interesting. We'll get to see that. Alrighty, and then we move it down here a little bit. We just got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then a few disclaimer things right over here. So, alright, so we need to open this box. So there is some sealage going on here and here. So let's go ahead and get into that very carefully, because we don't want to ruin this box. It is very pristine. Very, very pristine. Alrighty, here's another seal here. There we go, and right here. There. Alright, that should be all the sealage. Let's go ahead, turn it back on our front side. Alrighty, and now, without further ado, we will open the box. Alright. Alright, we have some protective coating here to keep it safe. I do appreciate when they do that. So you open this up. There we go. And there it is. The Lightning Collection Power Sword. So aesthetically, it looks really good. It really does. So, and then, let's see. So let's get this box out of the way and we'll go take a look at this in better detail. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to point out is the batteries. So the batteries are in here. So we have a screw right here. We undo the screw and this whole thing will come out. And then that is where the battery compartment is. So we're going to do that. And we're going to put 3 AA batteries in it. Is what the instructions call for. And when you pull this off, this is actually solid metal. Most of it's made of plastic, but they made this out of just solid metal. I'm not sure why, but I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's heavy. And then right here is the battery compartment. So that just pulls right on out. And then we will take 3 AA batteries and just put them right in here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. And then I guess we just slide this right back in here. Alright. And we'll reinsert this. Alright guys, here it is in hand, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection Power Sword. Now, I'm doing it this view because it's too big and I can't do it on my desk. Now, as I mentioned, the box shows that this is 39 inches end to end, which makes it 4 inches shorter than the Legacy Power Sword there. Now, so that Power Sword, there's a lot of difference in the detailing. The lights and sounds, of course, that one has no lights. And of course, there's the size difference, and there's a little bit of an aesthetic to it. For example, This has the shinier coin. That one has a more aged wear and tear kind of coin. And I'll put them side by side so you guys can see the comparison. But first, let's get into just what this thing really looks like. So you've got the diamond pattern going across the back side here, which looks pretty good. And then you've got the nice gold finish on the Tyrannosaurus coin there. And then if you keep going down, you get into the blade. And then here is where the difference is. So this detailing is very, very different than what it is on the Legacy Collection sword. And I'm not mad about it. I think it looks pretty good. So we turn it around. Very, very the same. Okay, and then now one thing is on this side, we have these bulges here. Now I'm not sure why those are there. The Legacy Collection sword had them as well. I'm not really sure what they're meant to be. It may just be the housing for the electronics and whatnot. Now this right here, I don't love that. I wish something could be done about that. But, anyway, if you can get past that, though, it looks really, really good. Now, let's get into the playability. So, it has 2 buttons, here and here. So, the first one, I will turn it on. And you can hear a very light humming sound. If you can hear that. So, that means it's on. You press the button again. And that turns it off. So, we press it. Now she's on. Now this button. This is what makes a little bit of noise, so let's do that. We get the Mighty Morphin theme song. Pretty much every piece of Power Rangers toys will do this. And that's how you shut that off. Turn it on, does the same thing. Alright, now while it's running, let's see if we can make it do some other stuff. So, Alright, so in order to get the clang sound, it's just like the FX lightsabers. You have to get some contact going. Now, I have seen one other review of this. One guy beat me to reviewing this on YouTube. It's a fellow over in the UK. But I'm the first American to do it, so haha. He was able to do it just by swinging it. But I'm not able to get it to do that. So you gotta make some contact. Gotta make a little contact. But it sounds pretty good. I like it. It sounds really good. So, and then you can play the theme song, and it'll do it while the theme song is playing. That's pretty cool. Alright, now, this is supposed to be able to glow red, so let's see if we can figure out how that works. There it goes. Now, it only glows on one side. Now that looks really, really cool. I mean, it really does. Here, let's turn the light off so you can get a good look at it. Alright. This is a really good glow. It really is. It looks good. And the fact that it's motion activated is pretty cool too. The only thing about it is it only glows on one side. Now to me, that's kind of cheap. I don't know if it's just a safety issue. Maybe if both sides it would just overheat. Or maybe it's just how they... I don't know. But it really... I think everybody would agree that it should have glowed on both sides. And then if we press the off button, it'll shut right off. So let's try it again. Turn it on. And then and that's the sound effect that we get. It's pretty cool. And we get that effect. We can get the theme song while it's glowing. We can get the clanging. And we can turn it off altogether. And then we hit the button again to turn it off completely. So now it's off. It's drawing no power. Now let's get this light turned back on. Alright, so now we're going to take the Lightning Collection Power Sword and we're going to compare it to the Legacy Collection Power Sword. So if you can see, I've got a nice display stand here that I got from a gentleman off of Facebook Marketplace. Now, he did not make this. He got it from somebody who used to make them on Etsy. That shop no longer exists. So this is a very, very hard piece to get. You almost have to find it by happenstance. But first, let's see if the Lightning Collection Sword fits on the same display stand as the Legacy Collection Sword. So we'll just take that and bring it right over here, and yeah, she'll fit very nice there. Now, we can also fit the sword there upside down. Let's see if that will work. Not quite. It's a little too narrow for that, so that wouldn't work quite well. But it will fit facing up, which is how I like to keep it displayed anyway, so that will work. Now, as I mentioned before, these swords are 4 inches different in length. So the Lightning Collection is 39 inches, the Legacy Collection is 43 inches. I would like to have seen the Lightning Collection be a full 43 inches to match the Legacy, but I guess Hasbro was like, well, we don't need to make it that long. I don't know what their thought process was, but you can see that the Legacy Collection is also wider, so it just pokes out from behind there. So you can see that it's a little bit wider. And if we compare them end to end here, just like this, you can see that the Legacy Edition has a longer handle. So, and then of course the blade will be longer as well if we compare them end to end, just like I showed. So that's a clear 4-inch difference right there. Now, another difference between the two swords are the buttons. So the Legacy Edition opted to have the buttons painted black to kind of blend in with the handle so they wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb. The Lightning Collection sword opted to paint the buttons red to make them easier to see, but then they kind of, they kind of stick out, and they're not the most aesthetically pleasing thing. But on the back side, they have 2 basically fake buttons that don't do anything that are painted black. All right, and then you see they both have very similar gold diamond pattern going up and down the handle. They both have the coin embedded, but the Legacy Edition has the more aged wear and tear look that I like, whereas this one opts for a more premium finish, like a very shiny gold, which does not look bad. I think it looks fine. I just like the look of the Legacy Edition a little bit better. Alright, now another plus for the Lightning Collection sword is that it did come with its own display stand, whereas the Legacy Collection did not. And it comes with a gold coin of the Red Ranger embedded right there, which I think looks really good. Just like the Green Ranger stand on the Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger, I don't know why they opted for the Ranger's head versus using their actual power coin, but it looks good anyway. And then this is made to look kind of resemble a rock or a stone kind of thing. It looks okay. I think it looks okay. And then here are the 2 pieces that you would use to display it. And they're both shaped exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter which way you face the sword. So I can just take this one and put it in here, and then this one I can take and put right here. And they fit nice and easy. And then the sword would go in here just like that. Alrighty, and that looks really good. And what's cool is that it is reversible. So if I don't want it to point one direction, I need it to point a different direction. If I'm having just difficulty getting it set up in my space, then I can rotate it to fade this to be this way. A lot of stands don't have that flexibility, so I really like that a lot. So anyway, guys, there it is, the Lightning Collection Power Sword in all of its glory. I really do like this. I'm glad that I've got it. I've heard that a lot of people aren't really trying to take advantage of it because of the price point, but I think it's a great piece for cosplay. It has more playability than the Legacy Collection sword did. There are a few things I wish they had done differently. I wish it was the full 43 inches that the Legacy Collection sword was. I wish that the light... I wish it lit up on both sides. That would have been nice. Overall, they did a good job with it. They give it the playability of the Force FX lightsabers that we've been getting for years, while also maintaining what we love about the sword and what we love about Power Rangers in general. So please, guys, like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please click that notification bell to receive notifications of future videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for joining me. This has been Mighty Morphin DJ, and you know what time it is.